And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Amazing ATS. Thomas, Denelvis, Zach, how is it going today, guys? Thanks for joining in. And yeah, we knew that this was coming once the truck was released, which was about 2:30 or so this afternoon. Basically, I've been messing around with it since then. Really, the customization is astonishing on this truck. So I've got a load set up here already. It's a roll of trucks contract, so I'm not too worried about time. But let's hop in and show off some of the customization. Alright, so I'm just going to go into the truck browser because it's the easiest thing to do. And we've got three different cabs, of course. We knew that this was coming. Day cab, sleeper, and then your 70-inch. And a whole bunch of options here for your chassis, from a 6x2 all the way up to a 6x4 284 gallon. The only engines we got are these ones right here, MP7s and MP8s, which is what the truck does come with. The dealers, Travis, they are located Sacramento, California, Pendleton, Oregon, and Yakima, Washington. Those are the only three dealers. So those will eventually be coming. And of course, we knew we were getting the M drives in here, but we've also got the Eaton and the Allisons. The M drives are just Mack's own in-house transmission. Interiors is where it gets really interesting here. So we've got standard and premium here, black and a gray. No GPS, but we go to the premium exclusive GPS, and Ultra is also GPS with a wood grain dash. And now for the skins, you get your standard flare, cold fire, awesome skin if you don't mind me saying. Calico contrast, it's alright, but it's not the greatest. But it's not digital camo. There was another one in here that I saw that is extremely good. Refined standards. So just changing some of the colors on this one here. We'll make that white. We'll make this black. We'll do like all that in there changes. So very, very customizable on the paints. And here is all the customizations. So on your air intakes, chrome and standard, which are black. Your mirrors, we've got standard plain black. Your paint, painted Mack, which is a painted mirror with the Mack logo right in here. And then you've got full chrome. Moving across to the top of the truck here to the sun shield. You got standard lights and then a chrome outline. And then you got your sun shield, exact same options here. The beacons on this one, we do have these, but here's where it's interesting. You put on the roof cap here. I don't have this back here, so we'll just put on the side fairings. But we go to put on the double radiance, it takes that roof fairing off. So that is something to watch out for if you are going to be running beacons. And so we'll just go ahead and put that back on there. And down here on the window, watch these little rivets right there. So we got standard and then chrome versions. And on your back doors here, chrome and then also black. Same on the door, chrome and black. And here's for your stacks. You've got your grass burner, singles, and doubles. And we move down to here. You've got 4 different types of lighting, but these two, they're either going to be white flares or they're going to be chrome. So we've just run a painted chrome. You want to make those white. Boom, there you go. And same thing with the chrome background on these. Hey, DeAndre, how's it going? And what else do we got here? On your tank fairings. So we've got aluminum tanks, no side fairings. We've got round or D-shaped. And then you got paint with round, paint with D, painted, and we've added steps back here, the exact same options. Paint and chrome, so we add a little chrome step here, same options. And then you can do paint, chrome, and the steps. And then we've also got full chrome on those. So that's pretty much standard. Moving around to the front, we've got your Bulldogs. We've got your gold and then your silver. Your gold is normally a Mack engine and a Mack transmission. Otherwise, you are good if you run a, say, either an Allison or an Eaton transmission. Technically, you will be getting a chrome Bulldog. And on the front here, we got standard, which is black, and chrome. Same thing on the bumper, standard, chrome, and then they do give us a nice shiny chrome bumper. And then, of course, we've got our standard fare of oversized load. And same thing here on the headlights, standard, and then also chrome. So that's most of that in there. We swing around to the back, and all of these handles here, so this one here on the side, they're either going to be chrome or black. So exact same options. And then we've got another one here, chrome and then black. And then this one here is actually on the fairing. You can actually have a fairing and add in chrome, or just run to the back and plain chrome. AJ, good afternoon. And your mud flaps, you've got your standard black and you've got your exclusives, which are chrome. Two different designs on the mud flaps themselves. And then moving to the interior here, we've got your Mack Ultra wheel, your Mack Premium. What changes is down here. So we've got a brown little leather strap there. You got your Mack Premium, and then we've also got your plain regular Mack Standard, which is a black wheel. And that is it. All the gauges do work. Everything lights up nice and pretty. So you guys can definitely play around with this as the truck is available. If you have not had Steam on yet today, you're going to have 2 updates in Steam for American Truck Simulator. One of them is a game update to 137.1.1. The second one, about 82 megabyte, is going to be the Mack Anthem. And so we'll exit out of here. Your truck dealers, as all we have right now for Mack: Sacramento, Pendleton, and Yakima. Right now we're sitting here in Pendleton. Chevius, George, what is going on today, guys? And so I'm not running any sound mods or anything. As you can see up here, we've got a roll of trucks. No single axle specs. I don't believe so. I did go into here, go to a short. No, they're all gonna, and select the right truck, Coda. Yeah, the short 6x2 is, that's all it is. No single axles on this. Alright, but we're taking empty pallets over to Olympia, so let's climb in the truck and get her fired up. And the air horn on this, I'm not running any sound mods, but take a listen. That sounds like a train horn to me, even though if it probably is not.
Ready to roll.
And no, you cannot, Edwin, because Truckers MP is not updated for 137. Alright, buddy. Lights are all blue here. And the nice part about this dash, I haven't gotten myself down to empty yet, but looking through the dash here, we changed this down to no notices. If you've got damage, that will be underneath there, more than likely if you're going to need fuel also. But we're going to go ahead and test that out today too. And the engine brake icon, which is kind of zoom, there we go. So you've got on, and then if it's off, it's going to say off. But when we enable the cruise control, look on the lower left-hand corner once we're there. It's going to have a nice little Mack icon there, and where that 0 is actually going to be your speed display. Alright, but we're going right across the way over here to get our load, so let's go get it. Now, here's the funny part. I'm not running any engine mods, but my whole philosophy on sound in the game has been changed. And I'm just getting to that, George. Here's the thing. I took a ride yesterday in a 2020 Freightliner Cascadia. And literally, it had a Detroit engine and a DT12 transmission, which is basically just an automatic. I could not hear the engine brake on the interior. So what we have here in the Mack Anthem is probably very close to what we have in real world. However, if you do want to run an engine mod, there is already one of those available from Robinicus. And I'm probably screwing up here. Oh yeah, majorly. And Nakota again is stalling the truck. Go figure. You want to know something? I know what was going on here. Oh, 1 second, guys. I just accidentally minimized my game. I so did not mean to do that. I know exactly what I am doing here because I am a moron. I left my range selector on the high side, so what happens? Of course, you back up way faster than you're supposed to be. Hey, Javi, how is it going today? Yeah, I just need to learn how to back all over again. That's interesting. I am not going to be worrying about sitting in the dock straight either. Sacramento, Pendleton, or Yakima, Steve, if you don't have the dealer discovered, you will need to discover a dealer. Crazy, how's it going today? And Dominique, great to see you. Yeah, I will be updating my Transland mod. I just need to get the template for the truck before I do that. No, the Transland that I currently have on the workshop will not work for this, as that is made for the Anthem mod.
Go straight.
Well, as I was mentioning about the engine brakes, Javi, I took a ride in a 2020 Freightliner Cascadia yesterday with my brother. I could barely hear the engine brake in that thing, so I am not going to complain about SCS sounds anymore. Not after from what I heard yesterday to what I'm hearing here in the game.
Turn right.
Don't know, Javi, haven't downloaded the mod. And also, I am not running any like painted truck traffic from, or the truck traffic pack from Jazzy Cat. I went ahead and got those removed for the time being. Yeah, and literally, you are able to deck this truck out and say like a limited edition Mack, which is literally entirely black. You can do that with all of the options in the game. And for a new vehicle, this truck is actually not bad, George. See, that I did not check on when we were just in the truck browser. You cannot select the exclusive or ultra dash on a day cab. No, I've got a Chrome Bulldog on there since we're running an Eaton transmission. I'm gonna be legit on this today. And of course, one thing that I didn't show with the rims is for the premium hubcaps, they do have the Mack ones in there, and of course I'm running those today since, why not? And a nice little thing here, I've got a trailer on there, but the fifth wheel is actually a Jost fifth wheel that's on there. It's marked Jost. So maybe they got a license in order to put Jost on there. And then the nice little addition that they have here, watch your step, caution on the steps, fantastic. No, that's why I'm not running the truck traffic mod that I normally do, George. I don't believe it's been added to traffic as of yet. It took the Lone Star a couple of months in order before we got it. So my guess is, as of yet, it is not. And again, all of the licensing on like that dump truck that we just passed, it does not have any Mack branding on it. Didn't think it would be. And I just need to check something here. I think I might have forgot to enable that. Yep, I did. Yeah, I slept at a truck stop before we got the load, and I moved myself to the dealer. I was like, you moron, since I was playing this afternoon, I didn't want to worry about sleeping, so I'd shut off the fatigue simulation. Alright, and there I've got the cruise control enabled. Let's zoom in on that dash. Oh, I thought that was a Mack logo, but no, it's just your regular cruise control icon. My God, I am stupid. Yeah, it's right up there. It kind of does look like a CB. And looking from back here, that cruise control icon does look like a Mack Bulldog. Oh, I am so easily confused. So apparently, I guess we're going over to Portland, catching 5, and running that up to Olympia. Hey, Junior, great to see you today. Right now, we've just got your regular used packaging on the wagon. Make that empty pallets. Yes, Mack has its own dealers, Steve. There are 3 of them. Sacramento, California, Pendleton, Oregon, where we just left, and Yakima, Washington. And we were down, the trip that I took yesterday was from my home to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and then back. I got down around Harrisburg, and literally all I started seeing was Mack Anthems all over the place. Sounds like Train Horns Jr., but it more than likely is not. So get ready, guys. Probably within the next 2 months is when we should be getting Idaho. Besides the Cascadia yesterday, which was literally like every other trucker, so I am seeing a whole heck of a lot of LTs on the road too. Hey Chrissy, how's it going? And as I said, my first paint job I was going to be running was the Cold Fire. It would be royally screwed up worse, George, if they were not able to work from home. Yeah, I haven't seen a template for this as of yet, because I know there's painted accessories in there, so where did you find yours at? No, it's just a plain black reefer, and I'm running the colored reefers mod and threw a black one on. Or, excuse me, colored Turbo Kings. We stopped in Lewistown on the way back at Rudders, or excuse me, Milroy, which is close enough, and we actually parked next to a Smith Transport. Big old nice 389. The downside to the Anthem in the real world is the truck is expensive as hell. And you're gonna be paying 1.5 times for an Anthem as what you would for a Cascadia. Junior, we went to Lancaster, so what we did where I live, we went 80 to 99 to 322, and then 81 north on to 83, and then on to 283. And where we actually delivered to was to Kunzler Meats, which is literally right in the middle of Lancaster. Seeing that the Mack Anthem was released in 2018, that's minimum model year that we're seeing. More than likely, I'm going to say this is like a 2019. It all depends on when the license was signed. But without the help of Mack Trucks and the Volvo Group, literally this is the best looking truck. This even blows the Lone Star out of the water, because everything in here has been made from a CAD file. Yeah, I'm actually not that far from State College, maybe about an hour and a half. Okay, this was the exit. The signage threw me off. Hey Xander, I'm doing great today. How about you? Everything go all right with your appointments? How in the hell my parking brake got thrown on? I have no idea. I never touched it. The truck is awesome, Husky. And literally, the attention to detail in this is just amazing. Hey Jesse, how's it going today? Now the question becomes, for those who have run Harvin's Anthem mod from the Frank Peru model, if that gets updated to 137, which truck would you run? Harvin's mod or the stock SCS truck? Going awesome like a possum. Hands down, the customization on this truck is leaps and bounds over even the Lone Star. I mean, I thought the Lone Star was alright for customization, but literally there's like double the options on this one. Oh yeah, the Anthem would be great for off-road. Go ahead and put some heavy haul tires on it, run a day cab, and start pulling logs. Yeah, what I'm going to do when I get up here to Olympia is, even though I'm currently running this cold fire paint job, we're going to go ahead, we're going to deck this out in all black for the special edition. Hey, Ark, how's it going? Don't know, George, never played it. Haven't even watched any videos on it. That horn just sounds awesome.
And exit right.
Alright, that Jake brake sounded cool going underneath the bridge. Yeah, I kind of wish there was, at least on the fairings that I'm running here, that there was more chrome for the tanks and not a aluminum finish to it. And so we look here, and that tank is aluminum. I kind of wish that was chrome. And the only chrome tanks that we get is without any of the fairings. And so does NASCAR when pulling their technical trailers and stuff around. They use Mack Anthems. Hey Miguel, it is going great today. How about for you?
We are finished.
Alright, straight in back, I will go ahead and do that, and then I'm just going to quickly move myself over to the repair center so we can deck this out in all black. Hey, Kirk, how's it going? Alright, time for deck out change. So what I'm just going to do here, go to the Mac Black and make it easy. And let's get everything all switched over here so we can have ourselves a limited edition. Now, question for you guys. Either, I'm going to give you two options here. Move the mirrors to all black for one, or leave the Mac logo on the mirrors for number 2. And right there you guys can see on the fifth wheel, we've got a Jost fifth wheel. So I wasn't lying about that. One second here, my screen is going crazy. Alright, so it looks like so far we're going to leave the Mac branding on the mirrors. And we're going to go ahead and change these. Should we leave the Bulldog for 1 or Mac written out for number 2 on the mud flaps? Alright, so it looks like the written out Mac stands for that one from what I am showing so far. Where did my shadow go? There it is. Alright, so, and another question here. For these, should we run with the side fairings on or off? It's going to be massively chrome on no fairings. So, I really don't think that looks that great. I was actually going to leave the side fairings on it. Alright, and we're actually going to put those to black. That was all lined up there. Yeah, we can't change the Mac logo itself, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. We've got our limited edition Anthem set up. Alright, so there we go. That, I think, looks sweet. How about you guys? And I kind of wish that Mack on the front was actually in black instead of chrome. But it actually kind of ties in with the little part on the mirror and then the chrome bulldog. Alright, but let's see, where the hell are we going to go? We're in Olympia here, so maybe run across to Spokane, or should we head south into Oregon? Daniel, good idea. Before I do that, let's hop and change those rims on the trailer then. I just need to back up a little bit since I exited out of that, so we'll just pull back in. And thank you for that, Daniel. I completely forgot about that. So we'll just go Seagull wide paint, we'll just change that to black, and everything else here. And I can't change the front door, but we'll put a solid black door on this. And the front literally is, if I have to get rid of the black reefer in order to run a black front door. But then we're stuck with a white reefer, and I don't think that looks all that spectacular. Alright, there we go. We are all decked out. Okay, now let's see where the hell we're gonna go. Hey, Peterbilt guy, how's it going today? Alright, should we head east or should we head south? Eugene, or should we go even further like Medford? If there's even a load down to Medford. I'm thinking we should take Medford and then maybe go down into California. Alright, so we'll take Rice down to Whole Foods in Medford. A little bit longer, but yeah, we need it.
Let's do this.
And my TrackIR is going crazy here, but up in that little console up there, it's kind of hard to see with the way this is, but it does look like a CB radio in there. Yeah, there we go. It looks like channel 40. Come on, TrackIR, quit being stupid. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I've got a light on in my room, so it's probably being a royal pain in the butt.
Stay right, and then turn right. It was a nice ride.
And it also seems like here on the SCS engines that are included, there's a rev limiter for some odd reason. And that, I've never seen an SCS engine like that. Javi, I use Real Company Logo 3D for my Real Company mod.
Time to hit the road.
Yeah, and it doesn't light up either, but it's got the number 40 on it. That is definitely a CB radio. Oh, that's included. That's in the truck jobby. And I think this might top out right around 2100. I think you were right on there, Jesse. Yeah, it's like 2200 RPM to where it rev limits, so definitely something new from SCS in regards to that.
Hit the second exit.
Hello car, you idiot. I am not sure if the winter mod is updated for 137 or not, Kirk.
Turn right.
No, we've got separate dealership, Miguel. 3 of them in game right now until Idaho, Sacramento, Pendleton, Oregon, Yakima, Washington. Oh, he hit the trailer, he didn't hit the truck. Oh yeah, and literally being a former driver myself, when I came off the road, I was actually doing dump trucks, and I was in a Mack R. Literally, you could not shift on the low side in that. You had to take the RPMs up to 2,000. And no idea because I use a steering wheel. yeah, Xbox controller will work just as good as a Steam controller. And granted, you're not going to be able to map everything onto a controller. Even with the wheel, you can't map everything onto a wheel. Right now, there's just way too many buttons in the game. Way more customizable, Miguel. Literally, it seems like there's twice the amount of customization. I am loving the truck, Kay. Rock on, Alex, you nailed that exactly right by saying that too. Now that we got the Mac, you know it's going to actually turn into, when is Idaho going to be released? And I am completely honest when I think this is leaps and bounds above the Lone Star. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, sometime in May or June. I'm actually leaning towards May, to be honest. Yeah, for once we got decent paint jobs on a stock truck, and my hats are tipped to SCS for this. Absolutely stunning that they did what they did on this truck. Jace, Stefan, how's it going today, guys? My birthday is coming up on Sunday. This is a great birthday gift. At about 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, so it's been out a few hours now. And if you haven't had Steam on yet today, Stefan, or you're not getting anything, restart Steam. You're going to get two updates. One of them is an update to version 1.37.1.1. A second update at 82 megabyte is going to be the truck. Hey James, how's it going today? Oh, I'm not a super trucker. I'm not running a van with my beacons going. People were a bit, say, anxious later on, wondering why they did not release a truck at 5 p.m. Central European time, which is their time zone. They actually released it like 7:30. Probably not, Thomas.
Stay left.
And some people are complaining that even though there's the option in the rear world of having a split windshield, the no option for that here in game, you can pretty much guarantee that a modder is going to add that. Yes, it is, Tommy. Available for everybody who owns the game. This is not pre-release content or anything. Depends on your point of view on a super trucker there, George, of whether you think it's good or bad. Me, it don't bother me. You want to run around with beacons flashing with running a dry van, a reefer, or even a curtain side, more power to you. I would say International probably did not let SCS add more to it. I mean, this what Mack allowed on this truck. I think they were actually they wanted the truck in game, and I'm actually gonna say they wanted the truck in game. And the amount of customization, it blows everything out of the water. No, I don't mind the Lone Star. I mean, it's the first truck that we got that was built with CAD files. This is the second one, and you can definitely tell the quality difference between the two. Not that the vehicle team did anything bad. I think they've got new techniques applied onto the truck that they didn't use on the Lone Star. Stephan Mack dealerships are in Sacramento, California, Pendleton, Oregon, and Yakima, Washington. Yeah, there's only 3 of them for right now. I drove over the road for about 10 years back in the 90s to the early 2000s, and today's ball game is completely different from what I had back then. Well, here's the funny part, Peter Bullguy, is there are people who have played ATS and ETS 2. They enjoyed the games so much they went out and got their tractor trailer license. I'm not sure what it's called in Europe, but here in the States, they're CDL and are now doing the job of a truck driver. And that takes a lot of devotion. Take care, Crazy. Have yourself a good one. Oldest truck, Thomas, was that Mack R. It was a Mack R from the 70s. Seeing that you can still buy paper logbooks, yeah, that's definitely, I've seen people do it. Hey Miles, how's it going today? The Cascadia that I was in yesterday, George, yes, it had a Detroit, not sure on the horsepower, the transmission was a DT12, otherwise known as an automatic. Oh, my birthday is this coming Sunday, Chrissy. Not like we're gonna be going anywhere, probably cooking steaks on the grill outside. Got some nice big old fat juicy T-bones. I'm not sure what you mean, Alex. And there's side-by-sides, there's ATVs, there's several different of them, actually. Take care, DeAndre. the funny part, when I first came into the game running this truck, it was raining. You know, I half expected the wipers to be like the Mack Anthem mod, where they would skip along the windshield. Yeah, I don't see your profile pictures, Alex. I use a third-party app for the chat, so yeah, I don't see them. Yeah, we're gonna go by Canyonville here. There's a big old rest area. We're down to a quarter tank of fuel. We're gonna get down to an eighth tank and see what happens on this no notices screen. And I'll just hope and pray that I don't run out of go-go juice. Take care, Steph, and have yourself a good one. I think the only bad thing that I'm going to say about this truck is more so your field of view. Yes, I've got this lined up to where I can just take a little quick peek to the left to see that one, but I've got to turn a whole lot more to see the right mirror, and people complained about it with the Lone Star. I've already seen complaints about it with the Anthem. To be honest, since I use head tracking, it really doesn't bother me that much, but for someone who doesn't and wants to look at each mirror, I can see why they are mentioning it. I mean, for me, my field of view is great. Others may have an issue. That's the only way that you can get that gold bulldog in the rear world is, I mean, you can't get a Cummins with the truck. You're basically getting a MP7 or an MP8 engine. And the only option that you get a bulldog is an M-drive transmission. And the reason why I am not running hood mirrors is basically I watched the pre-release stream on the Steam broadcast page, and you could actually use the hood mirrors as main mirrors on this truck. Yes, it is a Jost fifth wheel. If I could actually talk, tongue twisting Tuesday. And that is a real brand of fifth wheels that you can buy in the real world.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
The only thing that I kind of would like to see working on the Anthem and Lone Star, we've got fog lights in the bumpers. However, they don't work. And if I had one complaint, it would be that. Now, can you imagine if Volvo, if we get the 760, or 860, 400, 300 of the Volvo, can you imagine what that would look like if Volvo was just as cooperative?
Here we are, safe and sound.
Oh yeah, Mack is very proud of their heritage. And they've been going for over 100 years. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the Peterbilt dealer. I heard myself yawn, so let's go get some sleep and then we'll figure out where we're going next. Oh yeah, the last two have been amazing. Now, kind of wish with what we've got now that we would get updates to the other brands, but I don't think that's going to happen. Although, here's maybe a bright side that maybe PACCAR will get jealous and have another licensed truck from each brand underneath the new build options that SES has. Just an idea. Yeah, and I don't care about being in a slot here. It's not like any of the AI trucks are going to park here. PACCAR owns Kenworth, Doff, and Peterbilt. And we need to go back a little bit further here. What's going on here? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to... And then I decouple the trailer. You moron. Alright, I don't know why it wouldn't do that with the trailer attached, but now it's letting us. Yeah, and like I said, with the windshield wipers, I was half expecting these to skip across the windshield like the Mack Anthem mod. Alright, and let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to continue with the external contracts, especially if we're going south into California. There's no reason to take a cargo market job. So I was thinking like going maybe to Fresno. If there's anything going that way. There's Santa Maria, that's close enough. Oxnard. What do you know, there's a Fresno. But picking up at Whole Foods, that's going to be a blindside back to get into there. Let's not. Let's go to Oxnard instead.
Okay, here we go. Go straight. Stay left and then turn left. Turn left. Stay left, then turn left.
And by chance, what do you guys think looks better, the square tanks or the round tanks?
Stay left right. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Roger that on the round. Total in agreement there.
Let's go. Stay left, and then turn left. Never mind. Okay, let's find a new route.
Yeah, I don't know why it was going to have us go that way. I kind of remembered it's easier to pull left out of there to get down here. We've got more empty pallets going down to FedRex and Oxnard.
Turn right.
Okay, a couple of gallons and we should be getting a fuel warning, which is the great part. Going this way, we can stop in Hornbrook. There is a fill me up there. Well, we'll wait to see if any warning lights come on. That would probably be easier. Hey Martin, how's it going? Mac dealers are Sacramento, California, Pendleton, Oregon, and Yakima, Washington for the time being. Of course, there should be one in Idaho, knock on wood. TA James, what's that? Oh, TA truck stops. No, not in the game. I'm sorry. That flew right over my head. Okay, let's not roll over. I would imagine with Real Company Logo 3D that P16 is working on, the Pedros in game, I would imagine he's going to be renaming those to Petros. Some of the driving that we have in the game, that would be like a Flying J pilot. What else? What would even fit a TA? Because the hearts are loves with what I am using. And there goes Hornbrook. I really don't even think they've modeled a TA in here. I mean, we've got, well, with the Real Company mod that I'm running, Real Company Logo 3D, the hearts are changed to loves, Chevron is Chevron, the gallon fuel stations are Texaco, GP is actually BP. What else? The driving hasn't been changed yet, but that should be more than likely Pilot Flying J. Hey Nathaniel, how's it going? Not a whole lot is up unless you count the sky. Yeah, Pedro is definitely Petro. Gallons left. It's not like we got a whole lot of go-go juice. Hey LeVar, how's it going today? Grabbing gears, hauling freight, and driving a Bulldog. the Mack is awesome. The truck was added to everybody's game for free, Nathaniel. If you have not restarted Steam, go ahead and give that a restart. You should have 2 updates. A game update to 137.1.1 and then also the Mack Anthem. And no, it is not in AI as of yet. Alright, we've got our fuel light on. Let's see if we've got any notices. Haha, there it is, low fuel level. Hey, Oscar, you finally figured it out. Maybe the Lone Star will get updated with an additional screen so it doesn't cover your speedometer. And I love the info display right here. We've got our voltmeter. We're at 13.8, which is right where it should be. And we've got our miles per gallon, which is at 6.4. Probably a little low as I'm running a top tier engine and an 18 speed, which really isn't needed. So in essence, you're probably going to want to be looking around 7. If we look right above where the miles per gallon is, that little S that's on there, we even got a direction on there. And of course, temperature and time. Yeah, game updates are free, of course. The only thing that we're going to be charged for would be, like, say, accessory DLCs, map expansions, paint jobs, things like that. Quite a bit, Nathaniel. Literally, if you wanted to check it out, hop into the game after you get updated and go to the truck browser. Probably I would say about twice as much as the Lone Star. And everything either has a chrome or black option for like grab handles. There are 4 different styles of mirrors. Tons of different options for chassis and also for fuel tanks and side fairings. Oh yeah, I mean, I know Mohegan has a custom skin already, and I hopped into the media thread where he posted, it's like, hey Mohegan, any chance of getting a template? And he's only making them for himself now. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before a template is released, or at least an example mod. Because definitely I need to get my Transland skin redone for this truck that's on the workshop. Hey Namaja, long time no see, how's it going? We're driving what's new today. And the sounds are absolutely fantastic, and I changed my tone on the sounds after taking a ride with my brother yesterday in a 2020 Freightliner Cascadia. As he does do some modding, Chrissy, but if you go into the American Truck Simulator media and game thread, and for the Show Your Mac, he actually has one of his company skins on the truck. And because of so many accessories now on the truck, he said he's no longer doing templates unless he needs something. Yeah, thank goodness we got a bypass, but this red car needs to get the hell out of my side. Just a little bit longer up here, and then we're gonna pull in a service plaza. The fog lights that would work, I would love to see those added. Then, of course, backup cab lighting, if that would ever work, that would be great too. Yes, it does, Nathaniel. There are currently 3 dealers, Sacramento, Pendleton, and Yakima. I am using a wheel Nemanja, so I've got my steering sensitivity turned all the way up. Steering non-linearity is turned all the way down. Yeah, I would imagine that would be an accessory, Chrissy. Holy crap, this is why I don't like getting fuel in California. Look at that, $4.85 a gallon, and we just spent $1,000. What the heck happened over there? is all the... Oh, and I went ahead and put on my brakes. Whoops. Why is all that traffic sitting there? I am not sure if his mod is updated on the workshop for this to have a painted grille. And I know he did with the Lone Star to have painted options for that, but I'm not sure if it's done yet for the Lone Star. That's as good as an excuse as any. Adrian, since it was recorded from a real Anthem, it sounds pretty much, I would say, lifelike. That depends on Daimler Kirk if we're going to get the Cascadia or a Western Star. My guess, however, more than likely is going to be a Cascadia. Yeah, I'm hoping the Western Star is the 5700. It's got quite a bit of power, Nathaniel. You just got to be very careful. There is a rev limiter on the truck right around 2150 RPM. I'm going to say more than likely not. They even pulled the old Cascadia off the website, so it may be that truck is no longer being produced. And there's nothing wrong with the 4900 either. I just would prefer the 5700. And hopefully when we do get Western Star, you've got to give us the patented Western Star paint job, Wings of Awesome. That's got to be included. I will be very upset if it isn't. Well, now, fictitiously upset that it would not be included. Yeah, he's a beta tester. He's also one of the mods on Steam. By mods, I mean moderator. For just one model of truck, yeah, that's been in production for a while, Adrian. And when the Columbia took a kaput and got kicked out, and the Cascadia came around, that thing sat in production for at least 10 years. Big Dub, how's it going today? And welcome to the channel, great to have you here. And I would love to have a Classic XL in game that is not a mod, but the chances of that happening, I'm going to say, is slim and none. Now, if SCS ever goes the route of trying to get a license for a non-production truck, would you guys be willing to pay for like a Classic Truck DLC that would have, say, maybe 3 or 4 trucks in it? And I think a lot of the community would pay for a Classic Truck DLC. I know I would be one of them. And the only question is, and I would imagine, put it to a community vote of, say, 4 trucks that you would want to see. I mean, from International, we may get the 9900i in the game. And that was mentioned that they recorded sounds for it. But let's go even further back than that. Let's talk true classics. So, say like a Classic XL or an FLD 120. Then you go to Peterbilt 379, maybe a 362 cab over, a K100. What else from Kenworth? It's not an old truck, but a T800. Ain't hell, give us that. Even a T880. I'll take that one too. If you want to go really classic, talk about like a GMC, or perhaps going with a Ford LTL. How about even an International 9800 cab over? Oh, a white Freightliner? Hell yeah, Jesse. Yeah, even XBS is making it, but in FLC. And so we can get like a list of trucks or whatnot and put it to community vote. And if they include 4 trucks in the pack for, say, $20, $25, and that way it's what the community voted for, that's what they would go after. I mean, granted, how long it would take them to do this, no idea. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely need a Rio or a Marmon. Good pick up there, George. Hey, Brenton, what's going on today? And here's the thing, why not hire XBS to do this and have him make some classic mods? Because his mods are literally, they are very well done and they are optimized. So it's like, give the job to XBS, he could probably push out 4 trucks in, what, say maybe a year? Oh yeah, I'm sure there would be a lot of trucks that would be left off also.
Go straight.
And Danny boy, I am loving the anthem. And no, I don't mean by Good Charlotte, although that's a great song. overfloater is working on a 83, 84 W900, and it is going to be a W900A. So that's kind of like the era of Smokey and the Bandit. And I could even go for a Mack Superliner. Have the updates been downloaded, Danny Boy? There should be two of them. One for a game update, the second one for the truck. You may want to try restarting Steam to see if you can get a second update to kick through. I didn't quite catch the year of it, George. I've only looked at some of the pictures that he's posted. I really haven't been following the thread. Well, from Convoy, there's a cab over Pete with a reefer on. That seriously fits, Crizzy. Let's not forget the Chartreuse microbus either, aka a Volkswagen. And we can even look at an FLA also. And the FLB that Harvin has, great mod, but let's go even older. Let's go with the FLA. I would think any cab over that we get should have a doghouse. None of this flat floor stuff like the Argosy. With a sleeper. Give us the rubber duck. There are so many great old trucks. I mean, that's why I said it's got to be put to a community vote if they ever try to do it. I am so glad I wasn't in the granny lane. Yeah, that was an RS700. Oh, geez, that's like ancient, George. but so iconic of a cab too, literally. Now, here's another question for you guys. What's your opinion on possibly rigids being added, or AKA straight trucks? Would you like to see that, or is that kind of getting too much away from the tractor trailer part? Rigids, aka straight trucks, Thomas. And you've got all different, literally chassis options. You got different box lengths for the rigid, and the cabs are completely different from what we have in game also. And dump trucks would definitely work in the game, without a doubt. Hey, Quinte, how's it going today, sir? Oh, if you're gonna go the wrecker route, yeah, you gotta go with like a W900, a 389, 379, something nice and big. Doing awesome like a possum. I said an international 9800, but what about like a 9370? I wouldn't say never be available for console, and there's a whole lot more involved in consoles than it would be for PC. They have looked at it, and there's still so much that needs added to the game that it might not be worth it for them to add it to console as of yet. However, Dimitri, if I can actually say your name today, if you do have a computer, what I would suggest doing is creating a Steam account if you don't already have one. Download the demo and see how it would run. Well, the buttons may be part of it, Peterbilt guy, but with how much that is needed for Farm Sim, they still have that on console. Oh, what? You're gonna stop and let me go? All right. James, yes I am. There's a link below in the video description to my profile page. And Chrissy, I'll get you added later on after I'm done streaming. See, that's what they would need to work out, George. Welcome back, Jesse. A nice long trip that earns us 36 grand. Not like I need the money. Alright, we're gonna do one more here. I just heard myself yawn, so it's not gonna be an overly long trip here. Barstow, nah. Let's go ahead down to Yuma, so we'll be picking up here. And probably more than likely not the same spot either.
Time to get the job done.
No, it gives us that one. The nice part is there's no trailers there, so we can finagle our way back into there. Alright, I was in reverse high, bad idea. Take care, Chrissy. Never watched it, Alex. Alright, before I get out of here, is there a rest area? Yeah, we're gonna have to pull right in there.
Let's go.
Oh, I still love that horn. Where am I going? We're just going over here to the next exit so we can get some sleep. Take care, James. Have yourself a good one. Home Depot, you moron! Oh, great, it's pouring again. Actually need to back up. I gotta swing this a little bit wider. We're gonna get stuck on that pole right there. I knew it wasn't going to take that much time before this was converted to ETS2.
Stay left.
FedRex getting stopped. That's pretty typical. Josh, I am doing great. How about you? No, Doug, that is the long way. Wow, just like that, it stopped raining. It's a miracle. I didn't have any trucks when the game updated, but I already had the dealerships discovered. I did that for 100% map exploration. So once those service centers converted over, it's like, boom, I can go and buy a truck. No, absolutely. The best thing about the truck is not the truck itself, but it's more so the attention to the details. And that's what is making this truck so awesome. Yeah, the other two LeVar are Pendleton, Oregon, and Yakima, Washington. As far as I know, they do not. Hey, Mega, how's it going today? Well, we started out with the cold fire paint job. We did one run with that, and then what we did is we visited a repair shop and switched everything over to the Mack Limited Edition Anthem, which is basically decked out all black. I put chrome. I did not put chrome rims on that trailer. We changed those. Why the heck are those chrome? And here I've been running most of the stream like that, not even noticing it. Oh well. Yeah, I'm just gonna double... maybe those are shadowed. They're just not as dark as the one on the tractor. Hey Carson, how's it going? I wouldn't mind seeing a Cascadian X, but I wouldn't say no to a 5700 XE from Western Star either. I'm thinking more is going to be the Cascadia though. Yeah, you should get 2 updates the next time you're on Steam Mega. One is going to be a game update. The second one will be the truck. I am doing amazing. Oh, I try to be realistic. Chris, we got a load of dry fruits on the wagon going to Wally World in Yuma. Oh, I love the horn on the Anthem, and it sounds like a train horn even though it isn't. So we're going to be here for a little bit. We'll go ahead and give a spin around the truck here. The Jake isn't bad, Chris. And actually, I was a big proponent of the sounds of SCS for a little bit. But I took a ride in a 2020 Cascadia yesterday. Detroit engine, DT11 transmission. And a grass burner for the exhaust. So underneath the truck itself, and the Jake was not overly loud. It was like a low rumble in the cab. Going down a grade, there was a rock face there, so I popped open the window a little bit. Definitely noticeable that you could hear the Jake, but again, it wasn't blasting you out like a truck of old. So with the way that this is currently set up, I think they've got it nailed pretty good. Now it's not going to be overly loud, so pay attention. I'm just building up some RPM here, so hopefully it's at least noticeable. Yeah, even outside it's not noticeable. Not overly. That should be coming out May or June, Josh, and it's definitely going to be Idaho. I would say once we get the blog post on Boise, we should see that within a month. Well, there's my moron button. Yeah, definitely it is, LeVar, because my mind got changed yesterday when I went with my brother. So, and I used to constantly run sound mods. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to stop running them, but for the newer trucks that we have, I'm probably not going to. And also, it seems like a first for the trucks. I mean, the other ones you can pretty much rev limit to 25. This one actually rev limits about 2100. Oh, that's the way they are in the real world. And yesterday literally was a very eye-opening experience for me. I was not expecting that. way to stall the truck, Coda.
It's all over now.
More than likely it is, James. More than likely not. Alright, and that is it for today's live stream, guys. I do want to thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the stream, as always, leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and slap that red subscribe button. Enable notifications if you like by then clicking on the gray bell. Have a great rest of your Tuesday nights. Keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.